Welcome to part 2. This is how we designed this sign to cut with our diode laser. Enjoy! Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this with this file that I created because it's kind of a tedious process, but I tried to make this file so that it could be a little bit faster for you. So I have a checkerboard set up and these squares are perfectly aligned together. That way you don't have to set this up. This is available to you guys in my newsletter, or you're using it because you already had it in my newsletter and you're learning how to use it now. So I am going to copy and paste or open up an SVG into my Illustrator file on top of this. So we'll open up the slicer, and then whatever SVG, I got this off of auntietay.com. I just downloaded one of our Christmas designs. You're going to bring this into the slicer. We're going to work off, this is technically 24 artboards set at 11.5 by 11.5. And the reason is we are going to be working with 12 by 12 inch wood, and I just want to give a little bit of leeway when we are actually cutting our design. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to size our design. Figure out how big we actually want it. If we want it 4 feet, it's going to span across a little bit more than 4 of these. 5 feet, basically the slicer can handle up to 5 feet. So if we wanted to make a 5-foot Merry Christmas sign, we would stretch this holding shift, so that way that allows our design to not skew but to stay the same size. So we are going to stretch it as large as we want. Do I want this to be 5 feet? Let's just do 4 feet actually let's do 3 feet for the sake of teaching. So the most important part of this is getting our seams, because we are double layering, to not be in the same spot. So we're going to work 2 at a time. So I'm going to hold Option and drag. That way I can duplicate this and we can work on the back side next. So we're going to work on 1 layer at a time. So when I have this, actually, I'm going to just make sure this is actually as big as I want it. I'm holding shift. And so this will be a little bit smaller than 3 feet. And now I am going to duplicate that by holding Option and dragging down. Now I'm going to drag over the 3 squares and the first layer, and I'm going to hold Option and drag it over here off of the board. I just like to duplicate everything so that way I don't have to re-upload anything, or you'll just see, it makes it easier. So now we are going to slice this, but what we want to do is we really want to make sure that our design is not cut in spaces where we're going to get these tiny little slivers. So like this is probably not good. So what I'm actually going to do is rotate the entire thing and see if I can fit Mary onto one board. Because if I don't have to slice it, then I prefer not to. And there we go. I can fit it diagonally onto one. So now what I want to do is I want to make sure that this Mary is separated from the Christmas. So what I'm going to do is drag over just this first square and the whole thing, and I'm going to hold Option and I'm going to drag it over here. And then I'm going to go over to Properties, and when you're dragged over 2 layers or paths, it should give you these options, and we're going to slice out of just that square. So now that I've already done that square, I'm going to delete it. And now we're going to work with just the Christmas. And now I have to cut this twice, and I'm good with the Mary. So Christmas is longer than a foot, and even diagonally it'll be longer than a foot, or 11.5 inches too. So what we want to do is we want to just slice it on a spot where it's going to actually be nice and solid as it can be. So what I'm thinking is going across the middle of this T. That way where we line up the seams can be more of a sturdy space when we're attaching it back together. And now we're going to get a little bit of this Mary, so I'm just going to double click this and delete that. I don't want anything on this board that I don't need anymore. So I'm going to now drag over just this square and the Christmas, and I'm going to hold Option and drag it down. And then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to slice it out. And now I have 2 pieces. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drag over the 3rd square and just Christmas, hold that down, and I'm going to slice it out. Now I'm done with all of this. I can delete it. Now I have my first layer done. These will all fit right on the Xtool or whatever 12 by 12 you're cutting. These will fit on a 12 by 12 piece. I'll need 3 pieces. So now what we want to do is create the back layer. And the back layer, since we already have Mary, we know we don't need that. So let's just drag all 3 of these over, and we're going to delete the first one because we don't need that. We basically are just working with Christmas, so we're just going to delete Mary. I'm double clicking that to isolate it. I can go in and delete all of these too, just so we don't have to worry about them accidentally getting left. And then we want to slice this, but now since our seam is on the T, we want to find another spot to slice it so that it's not super close, but it's also in a good spot. So I am thinking maybe on this R right here. If I diagonal it, I just see we're missing this little guy right here. I don't necessarily want to do that. And I don't want to do the eye because then I'm going to be left with this floating eye that I'm already left with. I don't want to slice it in more, if that makes sense. I don't want to slice it into 2. So I could try on the S. My seams are going to be pretty close together. And then I will also have this part of the T, but it'll be glued onto the other part of the T, so I'm not super worried about it. So as long as my slice is not making wonky little pieces, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think, you know, I could technically cut, now that I look at this design, it could technically just be separated like this, and I can cut this off of one piece and this off of one piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a shape out of my Pathfinder, and I'm just going to make a fun shape around this design, and I am going to delete these backs. As long as this will fit on a 12 by 12, we don't even have to cut that in half. So what I want to do now is slice these apart. Hold on, I want to Option drag this so I don't have to do it again. We're gonna grab these 2, slice it apart, and then we're gonna grab these 2 and slice it the opposite direction. And now we have 2 pieces, but what I want to double check is that this fits on my piece of wood, which it does. Now you can see why this process takes a while and it's kind of complicated. So I definitely think I can fit this on here. I just have to finagle a little bit. Okay, so, and then when I go to actually export this, what I like to do is do not save this on the slicer. We want to start a new Illustrator file, and I set them at 12 by 12 because that's the base of our wood. And let's just say this is the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas off the mat. Great. And then I'm going to come back to the slicer, and I'm going to get all my pieces that I'm going to need. Command C or Control C if you are on a PC, and Control V. And what we're going to do is we're going to get these set up on their own little spots. And Mary will need to be twice, so just so that I know, I am going to make my second one a different color. And then my second layer, I'm going to make all the same color. That way I can just know that one layer is one color and another layer is another color. That way when it pulls into Xtool or wherever I'm using it, I also want to put these on mats like this. And then we're going to export this file, export as Merry Christmas off the mat. I'm going to use artboard's range 1 through 6. And then I've got 6 SVGs to pull in. Now I'm going to go into Xtool, and I don't have my Xtool on or anything. But see our Merry Christmas, I should have put it in a new folder. Merry Christmas. Now I have this available to my members. It's a smaller one. You can do this with larger, obviously, but so now what I want to do is I want to drag all of these into my Xtool program. And you see what I did there? These are going to come in different colors. Now I'm going to work one layer at a time. So I will just one at a time. I will change all of these to cut, but I want to keep them separated. So I'm not even going to work on those because once I change them to cut, they're only going to have outlines. So I'm going to drag over, select cut. And while I have them all selected, that's where I'm also going to make sure I have my settings set to balsa wood. And I'm just going to double check. This is my 100% power, 4% 4-speed. Sometimes I've been noticing that it's not cutting all the way through, so I may change this even to 3-speed. And then we would load our wood, cut one, be done, load our wood, cut another one, be done, load our wood, cut this one, be done. And then that's our first layer. We would set that aside, and then we would do the same with this. Load this one, cut it, move it aside, cut this one, be done, move it aside, load our wood, cut this one, move it over, and that's all we would need. Each one takes about 5 minutes or so, so you're looking at about an hour if you were to make this little sign. Here's my big pray sign I worked on the other day that is in the tutorial, and it took me a good second just to get this all set up. So that is why designing takes a long time. But I have 24 for you guys. So if you want to be able to start at just assembling without designing, then you can do that. But if you tracked this whole video and you followed it, then you are good. You should just design it. Do it. You got this. All right, I'll see you guys in the assembly video. Bye.